Okay, a statement coming in from the Karnataka Home Minister Parameshwara. He's slamming the BJP. He's saying the BJP is using this case politically. They're making statements about both me and the Chief Minister. As per law, action will be taken whether the accused is a Hindu or a Muslim. Remember, the BJP has been making the accusation that the Congress is going soft in their investigations because the accused is a member of the minority community in Karnataka. The Home Minister has also said that proof that his government will be swift in ensuring law and order is maintained is that the police arrested the accused within just 1 hour. We're going to play out what Parameshwara had to say, then we'll connect with reporters for more.
ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರು ಪರಸ್ಪರ ದ್ವೇಷ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಹೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಂಥದ್ದು ನಾವು ನೋಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಯವರಂಥ ಲೆವೆಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಧರ್ಮದ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡೇ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಪಕ್ಷದವರಾಗಲಿ, ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವರು, ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯವರು, ಜನತಾದಳದವರು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಪಕ್ಷದವರು ಆ ರೀತಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಭಾಳ ಓಟಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಅಂತೂ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ನನಗನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಜನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
Okay, let's go over to our colleague Ritu. Ritu, if we had to break this down for our audiences, is it correct to tell our audiences that while the BJP in the state is arguing that there was a, quote, love jihad angle here, the Congress is arguing that the victim and the perpetrator were both in a mutual relationship, then that she turned his vow or his proposal down and then he murdered her. So they're arguing not on the severity of the incident, but instead on the lead up to it. Is that accurate, Ritu?
Well, you see, this is up to the investigation process to actually first learn that what exactly has transpired to this incident, because the investigation process is on. And now remember that Neha's father, in fact, coming out and mentioning around 7 to 8 names that, as he says, many of his family members, the accused family members and also his friends were also part of it, because how that one can really enter the campus with the weapon. There would be some assistance that would have actually been provided to him, vehicle-wise or for that matter through weapon as well, to direction as well, to keep this way clear while he was on his way of when that Neha would actually be leaving the campus, where exactly she was located in the campus. So this is a completely well-planned murder is what the family is in fact also alleging in fact at this point in time. But on the other hand, the investigation process is on for police to understand what exactly happened in it and what led to this sort of an incident. So yes, that we will have to wait and see to it, that with a lot of political allegations being made on this particular incident, what will really be discovered in that of police investigation.
But can you just tell our audiences, Ritu, when the BJP says that there is a possible love jihad conspiracy at play, what proof, if any, have they cited of that?
You see, in this matter, of course, we will be seeing statement recordings of family members of both the sides, the accused side as well as the deceased side as well. And then the police will try and find out the proofs of what has been there in their phones of both Neha or for that matter in the accused phone as well, and what kind of plans, if there was so, how it was actually all planted as well. So all that you see is left to an investigation process to actually find out a lot of those proofs, and also through the statements recording as well. Only then we will be able to come to a conclusion of what exactly happened in this matter.
Correct, Ritu, but can you tell our audiences, when the BJP is asserting that there is a love jihad angle, what proof are they using? What are they saying in front of the media?
You see, what that, of course, the BJP is alleging is also that through the love jihad angle is one, of course, saying that when she has turned down the proposal, why did the accused went on to still force this particular Neha, and then again the family side also being aware about it and not really taking up much sort of an action also clearly makes an indication that the family of the accused was also encouraging for such an act in that way, because the family did not stop the son at very in the initial point itself, because being aware about it and then being ignorant is also a kind of a crime is what the BJP is alleging. And on that other hand, you see what the family members of Neha are also claiming is that if that was really up to that friendship itself, that when she turned down the proposal, he had no right to take up that a weapon into his hand and lead to this sort of an incident. So on all those bases itself, that the BJP is making these allegations. But you see, more importantly, what that the Home Minister is also saying, that the investigation process in this matter is on. The law does not look for any religion. Justice will be provided to the family members, and as per the law, that the accused will be punished.
Okay, Ritu, just stay with us. Let's play out for our audiences one reaction that's just come in.
Basically, 18 Lok Sabha election is happening. It is not a state election. Let me make it very clear. It is all the attitude, responsibility, commitment of Congress party. What we are talking about is the Congress party commitment to protect the citizen, the common man, the citizen. That insensitivity is there in Congress party. Congress party always believes in appeasement politics, vote bank politics. Somehow they are trying to, let down this entire Neha family. They are trying to bring unwanted narrative, or they are trying to make it personal. More so, what should have been the stand of the government, they have not taken the right stand. They are trying to protect the entire incident, instead of protecting the interest of the victim, they are protecting the interest of the assailant and his family and his friends. So it is very clear the Congress always, it is appeasement, starting from the first right of minority and seizing the property of the common man, redistributing among the first right people, among the Muslims. This is the stand of the Congress party. So time and again we have been seeing this incident in all the time. So Congress party doesn't stand for all the sections of society. It is only for particularly one section of the society.
What is the BJP's demand?
The BJP's demand is we want them to hand over the investigation to CBI. Even the family has got no trust, though the girl's father, Neha's father, Iremet, belongs to Congress party, is a Congress corporator. He has got no confidence on this government, Congress government, or on the Chief Minister, on the Home Minister or the department. So he wants that investigation to be handed over to CBI, and unnecessarily unfair campaign against Neha should stop. By this assailant's family, they have been unnecessarily giving all unwanted picture or an unwanted campaign has been done. That should stop immediately. Even insulting that entire family or Neha is not fair.
Sir, the Karnataka Home Minister has responded to the CBI.
Okay, let's just share with you some details from this entire story. The victim, Neha, was a first-year student and the accused, Fayaz, was her batchmate. Now, during the term, the allegation is that the accused stalked Neha for several months. Fayaz went inside the college on 18th April, wore a mask and carried a knife along with him. He stabbed Neha multiple times inside the campus. Deep wounds were found on her body. That's the initial details we have with us. Now we'll just go back to our colleague Ritu to understand more. Ritu, just share with our audiences the language that Fayaz had stalked the victim before this happened. This implies a non-consensual relationship. Can you just bring us context as to what details we have from the FIR that's been filed?
Well, you see, the police has registered an FIR and have started the investigation process in this whole matter, trying to understand of what exactly had happened and the kind of conversations that they did exchange a couple of days before this incident actually took place, and what exactly had happened on on the family side as well, whether that the family members got to speak with each other about this whole matter, or that for that matter the Neha's family member has complained it to the the accused family members to stop the son there itself, because it was going beyond of that boundary lines, in fact. And also on the other hand, you see with all those in the different angles that the investigation process is on, we will have to see that what exactly that the police will be able to find out, because now what we do understand as in for the FIR matter is that the whole of what exactly took place on the campus is what is really mentioned in the FIR as well. Now beyond that, there would be a couple of statement recordings that would actually keep going on as well. Now, accordingly, of course, the police will take up an action to register under different sections as well, because the whole process investigation needs to be taken up as per the law there.
Ritu, can we also ask you, I believe the victim's father is saying that he confronted Fayaz 4 months back and he asked Fayaz to stay away. But do we have any indication as to whether or not that was done with Neha's consent? What context do we have there?
At this point in time, it is of course very at that scratch level of the investigation process going on, or what is family claiming, and then what really police will try and identify in the investigation process will really matter as well, because whether that the warning was just that a soft warning or a strict warning, or whether that the Neha also wanted to continue therefore that friendship itself with this particular accused, or for that matter she personally also wanted to stop as well. So you see what really happened technically and all, and then top of that, the kind of data that the police will also be able to retrieve from the accused as well as from the Neha's phone as well, that will again play a very important role in this whole investigation process.
Ritu, let's step away from the investigation itself and talk a little bit about the regional protests that we're seeing take place. You said earlier that the BJP, the VHP, the ABVP, they've all come out and protest. But locals, are we seeing locals participate in these protests? Has this struck a chord on the ground? Tell us more.
Well, you see, as you rightly mentioned, that the protests are taking place across the state of Karnataka, and then a lot of the BJP leaders are also attacking the Congress government over the law and order situation, and again on the women's security as well, because the kind of incidents that have come from the city Bengaluru itself, and then top of that from the across of Karnataka there again, and a lot of that the BJP is been up in the arms as well right after that the Congress government came to the power and over the law and order situation therefore. So that's the reason we are seeing that the Hindu outfits are also on streets today to protest against the Hubballi murder case, and then you have the BJP protests as well going on from the BJP leaders, the BJP party workers are protesting, and then you have the BJP women wings also protesting across the state regarding this whole Hubballi murder case. But more importantly, because this will somehow in the Hubballi-Dharwad region ahead of this Lok Sabha election, the BJP wants to make it a pitch as well politically there to to attack the Congress government here in the state about this whole open law and order situation.
Okay, all right. Let's go over to our colleague Akshara, who's also with us. Akshara, with our colleague Ritu, we've just discussed the investigation itself. We've also discussed the protests that are taking place. But we'll come to you now to get more context on the politics. Akshara, tell our audiences, why is the Congress not having the Deputy Chief Minister or a senior Congress leader visit the family on the ground like the Chief Minister? Is there a strategy there?
Well, you see, as you can see, it's an election season, and all the leaders are busy with their election campaign. Even the Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar, even today they are campaigning. They'll be busy with their election campaign. But it is also needs to be noted that it's the right duty to meet the family of the deceased and speak to them as well. But the Karnataka Minister for Women and Child Welfare, Lakshmi Hubballi, she has visited the family of the deceased. She has spoken to them. She has assured them a swift justice. So yes. A minister from the Karnataka cabinet, the Congress cabinet, Lakshmi Hubballi, has in fact met the victim and has spoken to her. And you also saw yesterday, all the Congress leaders, the BJP leaders, Prahlad Joshi, Arvind Bellad, the local leaders, including JP Natta as well, visiting the family of the deceased and speaking to them, assuring us of justice. And they also stated that they have been demanding a CBI inquiry into this matter. Even today, the local leaders here who held a press conference and also addressed the media stated that they are not happy with the way the investigation is being carried out by the state agencies. They feel that there might be a bigger network behind this. So that's the reason why they are demanding a CBI inquiry. They also demanded that this must be immediately handed over to the CBI. On the other hand, the Congress leaders say that they have confidence with the state agencies carrying out the probe and investigation, and they'll wait and watch what the investigation will reveal.
Can you also tell us, Akshara, when we speak of Karnataka, we often speak of communal incidents taking place, for example, in coastal areas like Udupi. This region, though, the Hubballi district, can you just tell us a little bit more about its demographics, if that at all is playing into this story?
Well, you see, no, like the coastal region as well, the Hubballi-Dharwad region is also a communally sensitive region. It has an history of communal violence, and in the recent past as well, there have been, here and there have been certain incidents of communal violence, communal incidents in the Hubballi region, and you get to see Lingayats residing there, and also at the very same time, along with the Hindus, you get to see a considerable chunk of Muslim people from the Muslim community as well residing there. So this region has seen quite a bit of a communal incidents there in that particular region especially, and this is the investigation is going on. We cannot conclude the fact that whether there is a communal angle or not, but the fact that the individual, the accused, is from a Muslim community has led to the political slugfest between the BJP and the Congress, which has taken a political turn here.
Okay, Akshara, I do want to ask you, we just played out for our audiences details from the FIR that had been filed by the victim's father, and in that set of details, we revealed to our audiences that the victim's father says that he in fact met with the perpetrator, asked the perpetrator to stay away. The word stalking is also used there. But I just want to ask you, Akshara, apart from the victim's father, what other bites, reactions do we have from close family members or friends of either the perpetrator or the victim to understand more about the context?
Well, you see, apart from the victim's father, the accused mother also spoke on the issue, and she also on camera she said that they both were in relationship from the past 1 year, and he had in fact told his mother that they were in a relationship. So that's what the mother of the accused claims. She also said that a severe punishment must be meted out to this individual, her son, and but at the very same time she also mentions the fact that they were in a relationship, and he had in fact told her about this whole relationship they were in. So that's the word coming in from the mother of the accused. So we'll have to wait and watch how things will pan out. On the other hand, as you mentioned, the father and the mother of the victim, Neha, they also said that they also in fact mentioned in the complaint copy that Neha in fact used to tell her parents that this guy used to frequently ask her out for marriage, and he had also further gone ahead and spoken to the father 4 months back before this incident took place. In fact, Neha's father Niranjan Hiremat had spoken to the accused, the Fayaz, and asked him not to trouble her, and he also further added and told him that she wants to continue her studies and this is not the right time for marriage, and we do not accept that as well. So that conversation had also happened between the Niranjan and the accused, the Fayaz, but the investigation is going on. All the details will be revealed once the investigation is report is out.
Okay, Akshara, thank you for bringing us those details. Akshara, stay with us, please. We'll just come back to you in a second. Let me tell our audiences, on your screens right now, you can see visuals of 3 different sets of demonstrations that have taken place across the state of Karnataka. This incident itself took place on April 18th, so it's been a few days since. The victim herself was a 23-year-old girl or young woman. She was on her college campus when the perpetrator attacked her, stabbed her multiple times. So she was on her own campus. He entered into the campus with weapons is what we're learning. Let's go back to our colleague Akshara right now to understand more. Akshara, just tell our audiences, one of the big aspects here is how did this incident even take place? How did the perpetrator walk onto the campus with weapons in his hand? We're learning that reportedly friends of his also knew that this was taking place. Bring us the details there. What is the investigation finding?
Well, you see, this looks like a clearly planned out, incident that has taken place. He had clearly planned it. He was carrying a sharp object or a knife with himself. And as you can see in the CCTV footage, he approaches her. There's a conversation, a short conversation between Fayaz and Neha that takes place. And right after that, he goes on and stabs her multiple times. When an individual has such intent and he has such an intent of killing someone, he can go ahead and indulge himself in such acts. So that is what is taken place. That is what he is seen in the CCTV footage, the brutal murder that was caught on the CCTV footage. On the other hand, if you take a look at the political events that is taking place, the political turnout, the BJP is also pointing out the very same thing. The BJP says that it was clearly pre-planned. Look at the way, if you take a look at the CCTV footage, he goes ahead, he's carrying a knife and he enters the college, and they also raised questions about the security near the college. And another aspect that needs to be noted was Neha's mother was outside the college waiting for her, and Neha's mother has also pointed out that Neha went to her mother and she constantly said that in the recent time, in the past couple of weeks, this individual, Fayaz, had threatened her of dire consequences. She did not accept his marriage proposal. So yes, this all leads to one common point that this could be a pre-planned murder. So that's what has taken place. But as I mentioned earlier, we have to wait for the investigation report in order to get a clear-cut detail regarding this whole incident.
Thank you for bringing us that context, Akshara. Okay, we're heading into a quick break. On the other side, more of the country's top stories. This is the Breaking News Show on CNN.